Tōna Vanuatu, everybody, and welcome to the official media conference for Group B in the OFC Women's Nations Cup. My name is Ben Brown, OFC Media Manager, and it's a real privilege and a pleasure to be here in Suva for what is a really prestigious OFC tournament, a Tier 1 tournament involving the best women's footballers throughout the Pacific, and it's awesome to see the 4 teams here, the coaches and the captains. We've got John Robert Yalu, of course, from Vanuatu, Angeline Chura from Fiji, Moses Tuata from Solomon Islands, and Kalifi Uele from Tonga. And we have our captains as well, Eileen Peggy from the Solomon Islands. We've got Losatika Feki from Tonga, Malo. Jolina Tambua from Fiji, and also Brenda Anis from Vanuatu. So welcome to you all. After the media conference, there will be an opportunity for one-on-one interviews. And if I can ask the media to please stay behind before they leave. We've got a little very short briefing for you ahead of match day 1 in Suva in a couple of days' time. So without further ado, we'll start the media conference. If I can open the floor, and if you can just raise your hand if you would like to ask a question. Just who wants to go first? Well, I'll open it up then, and I'll probably ask a question to all the coaches to answer. So. It's a general question, how excited are you for the tournament and how your preparation has been? If we can start with you, John Robert.
For me, about the preparation, I think our preparation was okay. About the tournament, I think it's a great pleasure to get more women's tournament during the years to get more them involved in the tournament like this. Yeah.
Angeline, can you talk about your side's preparation build-up and how excited you are to be chasing this title on home soil once again?
Yes, welcome everyone. Fiji, we love sports, and we love to host, and also it's so important for the players because we are playing at home, and then the family members can come out of their home and support the players, for the tournament. So we can see from 2022, the crowd was like a historical numbers from in 2022. So we aim to do the same this year.
Moses, your thoughts on your side's preparation and also your what your expectations are for the tournament?
Thank you, Matt. So for the Team Solomon, we are excited to be here. We're grateful for the opportunity to compete with the best in the region. I think it's also an opportunity where we can see where our women's football stands as compared to other regional MAs. In terms of our preparation, we believe we are ready for this tournament. Although we need to stay focused. Especially for the first match on Saturday, which is against Fiji.
Kalifi, Malo, how has the build-up been? I know you've brought some players in from the United States, so you've brought players in from a number of territories, I understand, to bolster the squad. So how has that preparation been? Have you had enough time with the team?
Malo, and thank you very much for the opportunity. For me, as I was elected to becoming the head coach of the Tonga national team, I think the first and foremost I was here to well prepared and plan ahead of what I prepared. It's what I'm looking forward from the previous years or last year, Olympic qualifier, and then I was starting my preparation. So this team is more like the youngest team of the senior women's for Tonga. So I have a faith and a trust in this. Majority is the under-19 girls that we qualify for the first time to the championship, the under-19, but also we have like a key players from our previous Makaliki team, the senior women's team, and we have majority from the local players, but I trust on because they are the one that I coach most of the time. And the bonus for us is the 8 players that are coming from overseas to join us in the last 4 days of this campaign and the preparation. So for me, I'm looking forward to be a very competitive and a tough competition in this group stage, and our aim is to go into the semi-final.
Can I just follow up on that point you make about the 8 players coming from overseas? Because there was a time where a Tongan team was picked exclusively from within the Tonga Islands. Is this a sign of the development in Tongan football, that players are getting opportunities overseas to develop their football in better leagues? The fact that you're bringing quite a number of girls from other parts of the world?
Of course. Yes, that's our part, and also that's the initiative and then the trend of football. Whereas our inheritance as a Tongan, they're proud of our country and represent our country. So we give them the opportunity also because it's going to lift the profile of our local players to be part of the team. But for me as a coach, I already see them playing in the under-19, and only one player from that 8. He was a former captain, but he was in New Zealand. So for me, I think it's a bonus for our team to this OFC Women's Nations Cup.
Sorry?
Sorry, for coaches, if you could just brief us in terms of the growth of your team compared to where they were in the last OFC Nations Cup, and how much growth has taken place over the years. If you could go to the...
Okay, for us, we had many challenges back home, but since the last Nations Cup here in 2022, so we came 5th of the tournament since we are out just for the number of cuts. So Tahiti went in. So like then like I said, we had a lot of things happening, natural things happening home. So the women's league was up and down, but then we restart. We commenced the league again. So for me, the team also is young. We know as women's had more commitment at home, especially in Melanesian way. So we bought some U19 in the team, and then we I just put them in the team again. So we start. The team was not really the same players, but I believe we can do something in this tournament.
So I think like the growth from 2022 to current, I think with the Champions League, Women's Champions League new edition, and then also second spot for Youth World Cup, I think that is already a testament to say that players will get better in terms of technical and tactical knowledge, the game understanding. So we can see it from this tournament for sure, and then with the addition of the teams getting in overseas-based player, this will only help raise the competitive level in the Oceania region. So I'm thinking like it will be a very nice tournament for us.
Thank you for the Solomon Islands team. I think if we look back history, we had the best performance at the OFC Women's Nations Cup in 2022. We got bronze medal. And then there was a little bit of a slide in the Pacific Games. We didn't perform really well. And at the moment we are in a transition period where we change our players and we try to put new players into the team and try to actively grow in the team. So I'm looking forward for the performance of the team. It's a new team. I still have a couple of old players with me, including my captain, Alan Peggy. I'm sure if we don't perform in this competition, we will be better in the next one. Thank you.
As you are asking about the growth of our team since the last OFC Nations Cup that hosted here. So for us, we are more like in the 5th place of the ranking. And after that, we success, what I've been saying before, we review our national team, especially the senior women's, and how we're gonna address from the younger age group also, so that we have to play in our overall framework is what Tonga national football philosophy is, what we want for our players and our coaches to see how they play and how we coach the team, so that it is around our national football philosophy. That's why we brought this more younger team, so that I think that the younger generation now, that they can adapt to how we want them to play. But that's how we're gonna grow the team as we prepare for this Women's Nations Cup.
Angeline, a lot of people have built this up as a potential already a rematch with PNG, who you played over there and beat them in the second international in a friendly recently. Their coach made it clear that their captain wasn't playing in that. I know you had players who weren't playing. So do you read along to those two matches, or do you think there's room for both teams, PNG, Fiji, to improve from those international friendlies they held recently?
Yep, so I've mentioned that it's very challenging for us to get games during the FIFA international window. So we look up online and we saw that other regions they play games every window because of the proximity. So they are closer, and traveling and flight is not so much of a burden to them. So for the Oceania region, we have to fight so hard, just to get games, because with more international experience, player just get so much more used to it in the bigger stage. So that is what we want for the development of women's football. So for the two games, we just see it as such a nice moment that we are able to travel to PNG to play the two games during the windows, and then also for the preparation for the Women's Nation Cup to see where we stand, to play the Pacific, the Pacific team that's ranked higher than us. And then it was really a good boost for us, to get a positive result through the two series games.
And just finally from me, probably everyone a little comment. In terms of this tournament, it's a standalone. Do you see it as a standalone tournament in the honour of winning the OFC Nations Cup for 2025, and obviously gaining valuable FIFA ranking points, which can determine seedings for draws for the FIFA World Cup 2027 Oceania qualifiers, which start at the end of the year? Or are you seeing this tournament more as just an integral part of that preparation for the World Cup qualifiers, which start in 5 months' time?
Okay, thank you. I think future coach just said that it is important. This tournament is very important for us. As she rightly said, that we facing a lot of challenge to play friendly game in our windows, so especially financially. So this tournament come in, so it's important for us to prepare the team towards the World.
I think for Fiji is the 13th. We look at the history of the tournament. It's the 13th edition of the Women's Nation Cup. So for Fiji, we have the ambition. We want to lift the trophy, as the pioneer team. Why we want to wait another few years to do that? We love to win in a country. So that for us, we look at this tournament not as really as preparation for the FIFA 2027, but it's more of we want to play competitive. We want to win the tournament. That is what is ahead of us.
For Solomon Islands, I think I have to say that everything that happens in football is connected. So at the moment, when I mentioned that we are in the transition period, we not only try to strengthen the team for the current competition, but we also look forward for the World Cup qualifiers, which will start soon. And so we think that this one is also important in terms of the national team performance. But we also use this opportunity to see where we are in terms of our preparation towards the World Cup qualifiers.
I truly believe that the football will change every tournament. But for me, as a coach, OFC Women's Nations Cup is part of the build-up for the World Cup qualifier. Because if we become number 8 and 7, we will be qualified again from the match day 1 and match day 2. So, but in terms of making our region to be more competitive, we have to be prepared and make our team very competitive so that each shows that the development of football and also our national performance is improving in every tournament that we are ahead of us. But I think that's my.
Any further questions before we break up to some one-on-one interviews? No? Okay, well that concludes the official media conference ahead of Group B. We look forward to seeing you all at the tournament and all the best obviously for the teams. We move on. So if we can now break up for some interviews. Khalifa?
To be honest, we're coming here and prepare to fight or represent and be proud of our country and also our region, Oceania region. And being in this region and joining the OFC tournament for more than 20 years. But I was so disappointed as a coach for our last preparation is in the field that our players are training. Which is for me, our safety and the well-being of our players. I was so disappointed. And maybe my colleague here, because we want the best to the training of the players. But this, I just have to be honest in what I'm looking at the whole of our organization, of how we prepare the team to be very competitive in this tournament. Due to respect, I was humble enough to say, I appreciate everything that you do, and good luck for the rest of the tournament. And we're looking forward to having a very competitive Group B to represent us to the semi-final and the final, with a showcase to the rest of the world that football in our region is growing as a unity, as a small confederation in this world. Malo people.